It's week 5 of the 2025 season as we see the two teams who fought back in Super Bowl 18.
It's the reigning Super Bowl champs and the Raiders, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Southern Nevada and Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, Greg Wild, first month of the calendar in the NFL. Had some great games, some finishes that were pretty special, the usual surprises. Now, we hit October, and like you said, this is where the season really gets going.
Yeah, doesn't it just feel like on the NFL calendar,
Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. On the return is Dylan Laube. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense set to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback, drafted back in 2019 out of Washington State. It's Gardner Minshew.
I think the biggest thing that stood out from last week's game was when they went into the game with an initial plan, how quickly were they able to get away from that when they realized it wasn't working? I think they got a lot of unscouted looks, meaning the defense threw a lot of exotic looks at them, blitzes, different fronts and coverages, maybe things they didn't work on all week. So the key this week is understand what is the defense looking to do today and how fast can we make those adjustments if we're not having early success.
The shotgun, a throw for Minshew. Oh, intercepted on the second play of the game. Picked off by Quan Martin. And he's going to bring this one back. Wow, less than a minute into the game. It's a pick six and an early touchdown. And that one is no good. He missed the extra point. So much for 7 to start. It is a 6-0 game. So the lead stands at 6-0 as this one is kicked off. Laube now to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Vegas offense ready to get rolling again. The deficit, 6 points. So a touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Another run here with Mitchell. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
They'll try to run for it with Mitchell. And that call will not get it done. The defense ready, stopping him behind the line of scrimmage. And it sets up 4th down. That is fielded at the 20. Oh, hello. He is stopped in his tracks on that one. They made sure that return was not going any farther. The Washington offense going to make their way to the field for the first time. They are led by the former Heisman Trophy winner out of LSU, Jaden Daniels.
They find themselves coming off a win last week that came right down to the end, and the best teams in the NFL, Mike, they can win close games and they can win different style games. You're not going to blow people out consistently in the NFL. The league is just too good and has too much parity. But the teams that are the best in one-score games, they're often the ones finding themselves in the best position come playoff time. There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good game, brings up 3rd down.
Here's 3rd down and a few inches. On the ground, it's the tight end. A gain there of 11. 1st down, Washington. Now Daniels. Now they'll set up the screen to Eckler. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Off the play fake, here's Daniels. Now a pass deep for McLaurin. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. McLaurin the intended target on that one, and it's going to be 3rd down. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they wind up getting 13 on 4th down. They run over center with Robinson. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. On play action, Daniels. He's got it at about the 8. And he will get into the end zone. Jahan Dotson. Touchdown, Washington. It's his 2nd touchdown of the year. The extra point, up and good. And the Commanders extend their advantage to 13-0. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Laube now to return it. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Minshew. And that is incomplete. Took a shot here at the end of the quarter, but it comes up incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. In motion is Myers. Minshew to the air on 2nd down. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
A 7-yard loss brings up 3rd down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get to the backfield and bring him down.
And this sequence, not one to build on. They're going to lose yardage on the 3rd down, and quickly it brings up 4th down. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Commanders' offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with 1st down. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. He'll tuck it and take off. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
Play action. Here's Daniels. He's going to air this one out, looking for Dotson.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
The man in motion is Zacchaeus. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line.
I hope we all appreciate just how difficult it is to throw the ball that well while on the run. And the way they teach it, Mike, is kind of cool. They actually teach the quarterback to disconnect your upper body from your lower body. Just keep your feet moving, and however your arm times up, just let it rip. And he does it about as well as you can ask.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but they're going to mark him inside the 10-yard line. A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll run with Robinson. A short game, down to the 7. Now here's 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Daniel. He's got it at the 3. And they'll get about 4 out of this one. Run after the catch. Hard to come by down here. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Okay, break.
3rd and goal. It's Daniels. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. Now Dan Quinn will send out the field goal unit. He'll bang that one through. It's good. And the Commanders going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Laube now to return it. Now an opening past the 30. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Raiders offense ready to see what they can do. Down a couple of scores now, 16-0, as they want to get going here. Drive starts 1st and 10. To the right side, hauled in by Myers. He'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. He'll look for Mitchell out of the backfield. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. And no run back here. Fair catch taken at the 17-yard line. The Commanders' offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. Play clock down to 0. That is not the way to start a drive. They'll go play action here with Daniels. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category, but the biggest...
And he's going to be taken down back at the 2-yard line. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. On the give, it's Robinson. Tough to bring down, and somehow he manages to get 4 yards out of that. On 4th down, the Commanders going to send out their veteran Tress Way to punt, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. Inside the 40. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Raiders offense going to see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. They can get back into this quickly now. Very short field ahead. It is 1st and 10.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
From the gun, here's Minshew. He's got his man, Devontae Adams. And the Raiders are going to be looking at a 1st and goal. He's out of bounds at the 3-yard line.
That's good for Las Vegas. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
In motion, that's the tight end there. They'll run with Mitchell. And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up 2nd and goal. Good blocking, and he's in. Gardner Minshew. Touchdown, Vegas. Carlson able to knock through the extra point, and the Raiders get it back to within 9. So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and Greg in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll start by heading out west, State Farm Stadium in Glendale. And it's the Giants who are out in front. Malik Neighbors, a touchdown reception. From there, we head east to the Land to check on the Brownies at home at Cleveland Browns Stadium. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. Joe Burrow, terrific in the victory as his guys up their mark to 4-1 now. Finally, let's get to Philadelphia. Check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Green Bay Packers. Jalen Hurts, 3 touchdown passes as his guys stay unbeaten on the year. These 2 teams leaving the tunnel, and we'll head out with them. It's time to send it back over to Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen. Both these teams running through their final adjustments. It's time for the second half. And for the call, let's get it back out to Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen.
All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Now return coming from the 7. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Commanders' offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this 3rd quarter. The cushion is 9 as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Throwing is Daniels. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
defensive coaches, they preach all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss. Sometimes it's just a case of taking what the defense gives you. And here's one of those examples. There's nowhere for him to go with the ball. For a minute, it looked like he was going to be able to pick up this first down with his legs. The defense rallies, brings him down short of the first down marker, sets up fourth down. You know, more often than not in the NFL, games are won based on who wins critical downs. Well, that fourth down attempt right there was exactly that, and this defense came up huge for a big-time fourth down stop.
And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down. They'll go again with Mitchell. And he'll bring this inside the 15. That's good enough for the first down.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
A give to Mitchell. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down.
A gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9.
On the ground, here's Zamir White. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to third down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up third and 6.
Minshew. And he'll take it on in. Elijah Mitchell. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Now Carlson to add the extra point. The kick is good. And the Raiders will cut it to a 2-point lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. The lead is 2, and they're going to try to make something happen here, starting with a first and 10. And he'll work this forward to the 35. Anthony Walker there to make the tackle. Here's second and 6. Here's Daniels. That pass taken in by McLaurin. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down. They'll try and run for the first with Eckler.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this third and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down. On play action, he'll set up to throw. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. So, after 2 straight incompletions, here's third and 10. From the shotgun on third down, Daniels. Off-balance throw. It's complete.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a fourth down decision to make.
And it's going to be a Commanders first down. They find a way to convert on 4th and 10.
First down, Washington.
Keep it in the air. Here's Daniels. Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. So, 3 quarters now in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. The man in motion is Zaccheaus. Whoa! And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line. A gain of 13 times. And the Washington first down.
On the handoff, it's Robinson. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
1st and goal, Washington.
Throwing now, Daniels. That'll be caught by the running back, Robinson. And a good job there of hemming him in. They get it to the 8-yard line. Dotson, the man in motion. And that is not going to work out as planned. A tough spot to try to run a play like that. Either way, it's blown up back behind the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, they'll throw with Daniels. That's into the hands of Zaccheaus. A nice run there, bringing it down to the 2. And decision time, 4th and goal. And this one online. And it is good. A big 3 points as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Laube now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense ready to get back at it. The deficit is 5, so they'll try to put a drive together here, and they'll begin it with 1st and 10. The shotgun, a throw for Minshew. That is knocked away, incomplete. Good coverage there defensively, all over him. And it'll be 2nd down. Throwing is Minshew. This one taken in by Shenault.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Commanders' offense ready to take over once again. The lead is 5 as they're going to start with this 1st down. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. Now he takes off. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line.
I can tell you from firsthand, Mike, seeing it unfold, runs like this demoralize any defense. I mean, he's been doing it pretty much since the beginning of the game, and they have yet to find an answer for keeping him under wraps. He has run wild from that quarterback position.
Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll drop to throw. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And quickly, the clock stops again. Defense taking the timeout. $1:54 to go. It's a give up the middle to Robinson. And he'll get about 5. Now timeout Vegas. That is their 2nd. And they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. Another run here for Robinson. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Here's a run. Some room to run as he takes it down to the 2-yard line. Here now, 2nd down and goal. One more time, it's Robinson. A dive, and he's in. Brian Robinson. Touchdown, Commanders.
And that's exactly how you stress all week, finishing a game. Get the ball and leave no doubt. But that late touchdown, Mike, that should all but just seal this victory away.
Now the try here for the point after. He's got it. And the Commanders will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter.
Raiders 14.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the end zone. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense back onto the field for their next possession. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Minshew. That's a short one, caught by Bowers. And he's close to a 1st down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down.
You can see here, Mike, the impact that sending your receivers deep does to the defense. You add so many layers, and the defense has to get so much depth in their pass coverage. It leaves a lot of room underneath, and that's exactly what the quarterback takes advantage, tucks the ball down, turns into a runner, picks up the 1st down.
Another try, 2nd and 10. Here's Minshew. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because, think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Now he'll air one out. And that final throw here is intercepted. Picked off by Michael Davis. So a win here on the road.